All right, we are in the Coastal Cliffs tournament. We're in the opening round of the rookie division. I'm on the back nine. I played the front nine yesterday, and so I played the front nine in my practice account, and then I played the front nine in my main rookie account. So now I'm going to play it again. Hold on. Of course, I start the video, and somebody I called hours ago finally called me back. Of course. Why would that not happen that way? All right, hole number one. Hole number one. Which way's the wind blowing? That wind works. I'm taking my big tapa. Now, I'm really, really confused about the shot to the cup. I could take this with a Titan. What I'm confused about here is yesterday. So, what do we have yesterday? We had which way was the wind blowing? The wind was blowing like this yesterday. So the shot to the cup was pure side wind. And in the practice round and in the qualifying round, in the past, we've always done -10. So I tried that in the practice round, and that did not work. I should have just did 0. So then I did 0, and I sank 2 in a row. So yesterday I came out and I did 0, and I hit a grate to the left, and it went in. So that means I pulled 0, and then I hit a grate to the left, and it went in. So that means I really should have taken some off. So then my main account, my main rookie account, I came out and I did -5 because I was hedging my bet. It was like, okay, you know, that'll be close enough. So then I hit a grate to the right and it went in. So that means I underpulled it, but then I hit a grate to the right and it went. So like, I have no fucking clue whether it should be 0, minus. I have no idea. So I have no idea. I'm confused, which doesn't take a lot. That wind will be due headwind going into it. So like, even if we over or under pull it, as long as we got our tail through, we should be fine. We should be fine. I'm going to do 0. We'll see. We should technically be taking some off. I got to be at least 15 or 20 feet lower than the cup. And with this account, I'm going to pull back to the +9 mark. I got a big tapa? No. I did not change the bag. Big tapa, all of it but one. One less than max topspin. Pulling back to the +9 mark, and I'm 3 rings off. 3.7, and I've been doing 10%, so that would be 4, so that would be right at about 2 rings. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. That's actually, with that wind, I could have ran all of the topspin on there. I'd like to be a little farther forward. You see where the green starts to dip down? If you hit it a little bit farther forward, you're actually catching it where it flattens out up there at the top, and the approach is a little bit better. You don't have to involve that hill. I've been trying to hit off of the fringe and then roll it up. And this should be with my wedge at max club. And that should be an absolute, I mean, if I hit it perfect, it should go in the hole. Why does it, when it starts off, it just looks like it's, I think they're way too far back. They're going to clip the rough. It looked like it was going way left. Okay, there's max wedge. I'm going to give myself enough room to pull out a little bit of wind. So 2.6 divided by 1.2. 2.16 rings. 2.2 rings. 2.16. Let's make sure we got enough oomph to get up there. If I can get it to stick on the hole. 2.16 2.16. There's 2.16. Hitting it perfect. Missed it. And right there with that wind direction, I should have pulled it a little bit more. I should have added on a little. And you're that far downhill. Pushed it off. Back 9 0 plus 0.1. See if my opponent can get it in. Maybe. Doesn't that seem like it's going to be short? Why are you putting overpower and curl on? Why? Seemed like they were way too close, and then they put that overpower and curl on it. Like, what the hell are you doing, dude? This is the money shot. The money shot needs to have no overpower, no curl. Shit, if we can get away with it, we don't even want to put any side spin on. We want to have the least amount of movement on that ball that we can possibly have, so we have the least amount of variables. And from that distance, if they hit it great to the left, they're going to miss the cup. If you're going to play with the rapier, you should have run your top spin on it to get the ball guide closer to you. The closer the ball guide is to you, the less wind plays a factor. And always aim right at the flagpole so that you can, if you get it great to the left or the right, it'll still fall in. Come on, man. All right. Now I'm gonna have to pick up one of those other holes. Let's start on this one. I have no freaking clue what to do on this one. I do know that I'm in mid club and I'm doing a max number. I'm using a katana so that I have the side spin to get me back around to the cup. So let's pick a katana. And that'll work. As long as I got a sniper in the bag. Now there is a rough bump you can do here. I think with today's wind, you got to pull over the sand if you're doing the rough bump, and it's pretty difficult. Baby.
I thought of something you can do to help me today.
What can I do to help you today?
Take the Christmas tree downstairs.
Okay.
It's only 7 months till Christmas, so I have thought also that I could do some really cool decorations for Memorial Day in red, white, and blue.
I can't believe my wife wants to take the Christmas tree down. What the heck?
I could do the red, white, and blue decorations. I'm okay with that.
.3. It's 5.05 rings. There's 5. Hitting it perfect. At least we'll get a read. I think this might be the first time I've hit it perfect into this cup. And over pulled it. What would it have been if I'd have divided it by 1.1? I'm in mid club. That would have been 4.6. That might have been closer. Mid club. And I should probably check there because I might be closer to minimum. Well, with the And with a 2 power ball, I probably am right at min. And that would have been 2.2. That'd have been 4.21 rings. That would have been even, that might have been even better. I'm going to put 1.2 per. Min club. Still trying to work out the shots on several of the holes. What I want to do to the cup to try and get me there, but that's the first time I think I've hit that perfect into that hole. And that rough bump right there is just so freaking shallow. If you overpull it or underpull it, it is, you overpull it, you're in the sand, you underpull it, you're missing the rough. And with a day like today where you have to pull over the sand, it's so easy to get the ring distortion. And end up coming to a hole that you're really trying to get a hole-in-one on, and then you walk away with a par. Bad. That's bad. The good news is if they hit this perfect, well, if they hit it perfect, I don't know with the curl that they have on there, it might move it off trajectory. It did a little, but excellent. That dog will hunt. Hole number 3. Let's get an Albie. I haven't got an Albie all week, so let's get the Albie right here. Let's get the Albie. I'm taking, let me grab a bag and then I'll go look at it just to make sure it's the right one. I'm going to take this bag right here. Let's go look at it. Just make sure it's the right hole. It is the right hole. I'm laying it up on the island and then driving it straight out the cup. Bag number 3. Friday for Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend. Sunday's a great day if you're a race fan. You get up really early in the morning, you can watch Formula 1. If you get up really early in the morning, they don't always televise it, but there's it's like Formula 4 goes first at Monaco, and then Formula 1 goes. And then you got the Indianapolis 500, and then you got the Coca-Cola 600. A lot of racing going on Sunday. Here we go. Okay, I'm pulling back to the +5 mark with 1 3/4 topspin. +5 mark. 3/6. I've been doing 10%, so I'm going to do a 4 mile-an-hour pull. Let's try and move the ring set instead of the course. I'm going to lean slightly to the right, or excuse me, left. Hitting it perfect. El Perfecto. See how it drops down right in front of my ball and then it goes towards the green? It's easy if you come up to the... I'm not trying to get all the way to the edge. Could it help? Possibly, but I'm not trying to get all the way to the edge. I haven't seen anybody so far this week hit it straight forward, but we're going to get to see it right here. I believe your second shot, if you get out there and you're in the right spot, I think your second shot's with a long iron, but if I remember correctly, that sand trap's in the way. I haven't seen this shot in a long time, so hopefully my opponent will end up in the fairway and we can get to see what the other side looks like. I'm just not sure it's worth the stuff, but maybe. 2.5. I'm going to do 2.5 rings. There's the red line. I'm going to pull back a little from the red line. Just have enough room to work the wind out. And you can see how it drops down towards the cup right there. So 2.5. 65. Hitting it perfect. See if I can get my first Albie this week. Get in the hole. Got my speed right? No. No. They are a minimum sniper. See how much backspin they have to... Shit, I don't even think they can get to the cup. I think I'd start off on the other side and pull back a little and hit it with my long iron. Yeah, I think for all the work they went through to get to that side, now they're overpowering it. It's already long. I mean, doesn't that just seem like it's going to go long behind the cup? That's what it seemed like to me. It just seems like a lot of work on that side, and I'm not so sure that the second shot's worth the effort. But I will say that I'm not a super... This drive coming in here, there is a lot of movement right at the end, and you don't have a lot of control at the end of your run. If you're going just a little bit too fast, you'll blow through the brake. You're going a little bit too slow, it gets caught up and wants to roll to the left. You got to have your speed absolutely right, and your trajectory, and your wind adjustment. I think if you were going over to that other side, if you brought a ball like you brought 4-power ball so that your red line wasn't so close, I think you could probably get out to the same area, pretty close to that same area, and pull your red line back a little bit. You might have a shot at what my opponent was doing right there, where their red line was at. I think they could have bounced off from the other side and still worked out the wind and ran it up there with their, with a long iron, either a Goliath. If they had a Goliath, there would have been a very non-existent red line. They would have had plenty of room to hit off of this side. But if they had a Grizzly, their red line was like right in this area, and so I think they would have had enough room on this side to be able to work the wind out and try and run it up there, as opposed to doing all that backspin and trying to get it to stop. But if they brought a 4-power ball out, it would push that red line back, and they could engage that little peninsula with their sniper. All right. Hole number 4. I've had no luck at all on this hole this week. I'm going to bring a sniper and a navigator. Any bag will work. Any bag with a sniper will work, and a navigator. And I'm doing 5.5 backspin. I'm going to do headwind. And I'm doing 20% at mid. I'm trying to think here. 20% at mid club. Mid club is 1-1-1. It seemed like the 20% was too much. I'm going to do a 1-to-1. So mid club is 10%. I'm at mid club. And so if I do 1.1 times the wind divided by 1.1, the 1.1s balance each other out. So I'm just going to pull the wind and see. Even though I'm at mid, I'm hitting max club. So that adds on 10%. I did a plus 20 yesterday and I was off. And I was off like if I'd have pulled a plus 10 and I did a mid. If I'd have pulled a plus 10, I think I would have been closer. That's for sure. Not sure I would have been in, but I would have been closer. Whatever the wind is, divided by 1. Five and a half backspin. There's 4, 5.5. It's wanting to break off a little. 3.4. There's 3, 4. Hitting it perfect, dead center perfect. If this isn't close, I'm never going to be close. And look at how much that laid it down. Rat bastards. See what my opponent. Let's see if my opponent can get it done. They got 2.5 backspin, 1 right hand side or left hand side spin. And they're trying to bleed it up there. They pushed that kind of straight forward, but the wind's coming in a little bit from the left. And they hit it great to the right. So I think it's going to go way to the right. And it'll be in the hole. That just goes to show you that this hole's screwed up. Look at how much movement's on the green. Not only is it domed, but it's got all these little pockets and all these little changes of direction. So as you like look at how much movement's on it. It just wants to go, like, you know, your speed is really important on these holes, and if you've got your speed just a little bit too fast, it's gonna float off in one direction because the course is forcing it to go in that direction. If it's a little too fast, it'll break through that and just shoot by it. This is once again just like that hole earlier, where you got to have your speed right, the wind right, the standard adjustment right. I mean, everything's got to be right on it, and even then, it's a roll of the dice. Everybody I know that's gotten a hole-in-one on this week has tried to replicate it, and it hasn't replicated once. Even in other accounts where they're playing in the same round and the wind direction's the same, there's just so many variables on here because of the movement on the course. All right, hole number, what is this? Hole number 5. Hole number 5? It is hole number 5. Hole number 14. Big Tapa. My notes say Big Tapa. Titan. Big Tapa. Titan. I'm going to use my APOC. Now I did this. I still have not gotten it right on my 77 account. Because an APOC 5 versus a 6. It's 92 versus 98 curl, and that doesn't seem like a big number, but that's a huge number. So in this area down here, in this account, I want to be 4 rings off. So I've got 4 rings in the fairway and my white ring on the rough, trying to bleed it right down this area. Where I want to be is like right down the middle. And with my 77 account, I moved it out to 4 rings, and I skirted it, and I ended up in the rough way down here. I was 3 rings, and I ended up in the rough way up here. So I need to continue to move it out. So if you got a level 6 APOC, I would say 4.5 rings, maybe even 5, to go straight down the fairway. But if you've got a level 5, you can probably get away with like 4, 4.25 to try and bleed yourself down there. Here we go, APOC. APOC. Kingmaker. Which way's the wind blowing? All right. I'm gonna do like 4.25 rings. And I think I tried like 4.25 yesterday in my 77 account, and I still over curled it. What's my opponent using? 3 power, 5 precision, 4 side spin. Now, one of my opponents yesterday brought out a big power ball, and they hit off of the island on the right-hand side, and they drove it way in the hell out here into the rough. So they had a nice clean rough shot, right to the cup. No fuss, no muss. Didn't take any risks. And my opponent's trying to get way down there. And you better put some curl on that, son. Bubba. That was 2 rings great to the left, and that is not good. You run out of fairway. They may hit here, but you can see where they're at, and they're going to run. It's very easy to run out of fairway and hit those rocks. They do have a straight up shot, though. They'll be able to recover fairly easily from that area, but that's not what they were looking for. I was +5 mark. 4 rings off. There's 4 rings. I'm going to go like 4 and maybe a quarter. 3-1. I'm going to do 3-3. It's 1.5 per ring. So there's 3. And there's the 3. Oh, and I hit it 1 ring great to the right. That's bad. That's a bad side to hit it on. I'm going to end up in the rough right here. That is no freaking bueno. Can't hit it to the right. Can hit it to the left maybe. I'm still trying to work out how far to pull it out. And from that area I'm skirting the right hand side, so if I hit it great to the left I could probably survive, but a great to the right I haven't been moving it out far enough to hit a great to the right. Now we got big recovery. Big. I don't think I can recover from here. I'm just going to have to land down on the pad. I think even if I use that wind, I'm not going to be able to recover from there, so let's just lay it up. No, don't do that to me. All right, now we got our work cut out for us. It's a pretty easy recovery shot down there if you don't end up in the rough. I left the wind on just to push me out there a little bit, and that's why I put on all that curl. But then hitting it great to the left did not help. Did not help. That's why we have our practice account, so we can go out here and we can warm up. .7 divided by 16. It's a quarter of a ring. Probably could have hit that 1 ring great to the left and perfect and it would have went in, but 1 ring great to the right will miss. It's kind of hedging my bet there. Nah, that's part of the deal. You don't hit perfect, it doesn't go in. Alright, dropped a shot off the minimum score and didn't pick up 1. Look at that. Look at that shit. Started off awesome. Going downhill. All right, which way is the wind blowing on this hole? All right, I'm bringing a katana. Let's see if the max overpower hook works the same with this wind. Bringing a katana, and I'm bringing a rock. I want to do 1 less than max topspin. I did that yesterday, and then the spot that put me in the shot, I actually caught the roll. Big Bubba. Again. But I'm going to try the same thing. I'm going to be just a little farther. I got like half my clear ring in the 3.5. I'm doing 10%, so that'd be like 3.8, 3.9. There's 3.8. Got it all? I almost pulled it back. I've been trying to run the white ring up against the rock, and I almost pulled it back too far so that I clipped the rough on the other side. Now, you can't do what my opponent's doing. Is that a power 5 ball? Power 5. It wouldn't be a bad idea just to rough bump it right there. I think I would have taken that wind out. I think that's going to miss the rough entirely and go for a wild ride. I think if they wanted to do that, they should have put on more backspin and tried to do a backspin, sidespin, curl shot. Hitting it perfect. All right, now we made up for the one that we just dropped. Now we're back on the -12 track, so I'm just gonna pick up all the rest of them. We'll just make that agreement. Pick up the last 3, and then we'll be back on track. And I've had so much success on these last 3. This last par 3 is, in my opinion, all of these par 3s, the way that they have them set up with all of the movement that's on the course is they're just all gimmicky. Ooh, close. Close. Sniper Katana. Same shit I got right here. Sniper Katana. Let's look at the hole. Let's make sure I'm looking at the right, thinking of the right hole. That is the right hole. All right. Sniper. Well, I was using a Guardian. So it'd be bag number 4. Band of Misfits. I go first. I think I'm switching to bag number 4. And what was I doing here? I was doing 1.3 times 3.9 divided by 1.1, 4.6. Even though I'm not at max club, I was doing a max number. .6 rings, and we got to contend with the sand. Oh, fucking, I hit it great. I don't think I've hit a perfect shot into this cup yet this week. But to be quite honest with you, I don't think it'd matter. I don't think it would matter if I had my caddy go down there and drop the ball in the hole, it would probably bounce out. I almost feel like I should be doing the sand bump. Never, ever. See if my opponent can get in the hole. I almost feel like we should be doing like a bigger number. I'm doing plus 30, but we should probably be doing like a plus 60 or something. Just like I'm always way off the cup. Even theirs right there, I mean, they're way off. Way off. Hitting it perfect in the hole. My phone just died, so I don't have a calculator. So now I'm really playing blind. Really playing blind. It's one. What am I playing here? I'm playing my Grizzly. Is it Grizzly? No, it's Hornet. I'm trying to get in Hornet range. So I want to take my number 5 bag and a Kingmaker. Really, you can. Because of where I'm pulling this, you can take this with a katana, but where I'm at in my club, I'm like right at mid club with a Kingmaker. And so if I bring out a katana, the katana's gonna not bother me at all on the first shot, but the second shot, it'll put me in a slightly different spot in my club. And I don't know, I've taken off the shot to the cup, I've taken off wind, but with the way the wind is today, I'm not so sure. I think I'm going to do a straight up shot today, but I'm going to start on the right hand side of the cup. That way if I do over pull it, it'll still come in on the right hand side of the cup, and if I pull it right, it'll, because I've been taking wind off, and I've made this hole several times, and I've done minus 15, plus 10 on the drive, minus 15 on the second shot. That dog will hunt. I'm going to be at the plus 3 mark with 2 topspin. 2 rings off. Rings, that's 3.5. It's 1.5 per ring, so that's 2 1/3 rings. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. Just trying to float it out there. Not trying to get to the end. I'm trying to use my Hornet so I can do a rough bump, and that gives me the best angle on the rough bump. You can still get the rough bump. My opponent clipped the rough and came out, so they're on the left hand side down there at the bottom. But if you just try and drive it down there without clipping the rough, you're going to end up on the right hand side, and so you're hitting it. If you go up there to that spot where the rough is by my opponent, you got to put on right hand side spin to bring it back to the hole. And a Kingmaker will be able to do that, but the least amount of movement you can put on the ball, the better. Hitting it perfect and leaning to the left. And I'm not sure that the leaning to the left hurt them, but it didn't help. Okay, I should be in mid club. There's max. Man, I'm closer to max today. 1.3. That's 2.6. If I take, that's 2.6. That leaves me 8. 1.3. Just 2 rings and a little. 2 rings and some. 2.5. It's 1.3. It's 2.6 plus 7. All right. Oh, fuck, and then I hit it great. Ah, perfect, I think would have been much better. And hitting it great to the right, I'm deeper into the rough, so it comes out a little flatter. So I can't worry about the speed. That's what you get for not having a calculator. You're not sure about the numbers, and I'm worried about what I pulled it. So I can't remember what the wind was there. Dang it. All right, last hole. Last practice hole, and then we're back in the main. I'm going to take, let me look at it. So just to make sure it's the right hole. Alright. I got some serious ass distance on this yesterday. But my APOC in my 77 accounts got more legs to it. I was actually in long iron range. I hit it down there so far. Kingmaker will work. And once again, I'm not so sure you can't bring a katana here. Especially if you're getting good distance. I'm pulling back so far from the red line, and let's actually try that. Well, the deal is if you end up in a bad spot, let's try it with the katana. I got to do it with it. I got my my drive shot set up for a Kingmaker. That will work. The hard part here is I'm pulling back so far from the red line that I'm outside of the numbers. Like I'm below, like you start off at like plus 16, and then I'm at plus 5, and then I'm at 0, and I'm way past the 0. So like the shot setup, there's not a marker out there for you to go to. There's not like a course marker or a yardage marker or some place for you to be able to set it up. Like where's minimum? There's min. Get it all on there. Main thing is to make sure that second bounce is in the is making it over 2.5. There's 2.75. Hitting it perfect. Oh, and I clipped the rough. Had it back just a little too far in the shot. I've been trying to get right there at the top. It's hard to tell when we're adjusting our ball, but you can see it when it's taking the shot. I'm trying to hit right on the top of that hill right there, because you get a launch if you hit on the top of that hill. And it really throws the ball out to the other side. I mean, I still got pretty good distance there, even with the rough bump, but if you hit the top of that hill, I was damn near out to the tip yesterday and was able to take it with a long iron. What a shot. Are you doing a rough bump? Are you married to your extra mile? Is that the only club you got? You got an extra mile 9. You got to have at least an APOC 3 or 4. Well, I say that, but in my 77 account, it took me 3 years before I got an APOC. And the only reason that I have the APOC to the level I have right now is because of the club card trading. If it hadn't been for the club card trading, I'd still have a level probably 4 or 5 APOC. Maybe a level 4. And right at max. $3.8. That's 6.76. That's 4.3. 4.5. And do 4.5. Isn't it perfect? I did a 20% there. I've been doing a 10 and it wasn't enough. Ooh! Maybe a 20 plus 0.1. Maybe. All right, not the it's in my practice account, so I can't be too upset. This is the whole idea of having a practice account, so you can go out there and practice, but it is nice to have some of the shots down. There's a couple clubs that I don't have at the same level in this account, and so one of those clubs being my APOC, so I have to have 2 different setups, and I'm only like 7 or 8 cards away, 9 cards away on my APOC of getting it to level 6 so that I'll have the APOCs at the same level. And so there's several of these holes that I'm using my APOC on, and it would really be nice if I had them at the same level. The other one is the Kingfisher, but I've picked up so many Kingfishers over the years playing rookie tournaments that my 77 account I got a level 7 Kingfisher, and here I only have a level 5. So I use a Hornet in this account, and I would prefer to use the Kingfisher. Although on that one hole where I'm doing the rough bump, you can't do that rough bump with a Kingfisher. You have to have a Hornet or a Runner. You need something with more topspin. So on my 77 account, I've switched to a Hornet so I can do that rough bump. Come on, John. Let's just play. It's in your name. Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Hello, McFly. There you go. I'm amazed how many people are playing with their Hornet or their Rapier and they're not running out the topspin. Even on these short shots, you can't take it for granted. You can still miss them. I know, you know, odds are you're going to make a shot like that, but you need to get into the good habits. There we go. All right. That puts me in the top 10, but that's definitely not. It's going to take, you're going to have to shoot better than a 28 to be at the top. So I'm thinking as the week goes on, you know, minus 29 is could potentially be a winning score, but like I'm really going for minus 30. But I think if you walk off the course with anything better than a minus 28, the reporters are going to be swarming you wanting to get an interview. So we really want to try and pick up at least 2 of the par 4s on each side, preferably all 3 of them, and just move along, little doggy. There you have it. That was the opening round in my practice account. I will play my backside on my main account here later on this afternoon. Till then, stay safe and have fun. Thanks for watching.